Yeehaw, wagon party, and welcome to another pop up sprint. I don't have any regular scheduled sprints this month, so I'm doing a lot of pop ups, which has been nice because then I can do it when I want to. And today I'm joined by a woman in STEM, as I like to call you, Marta, as other people like to call you.
I
How are
love
you
that
doing,
that's my
Marta?
nickname. I am good, thank you.
¿Cómo estás?
No, I'm happy that you remembered that. Yeah, I'm doing well. I did some writing this morning, but then was feeling low
Okay.
motivation in the afternoon, and then you texted, and I said, "Oh, that's a great excuse not to write in the afternoon and write in the evening instead."
Always looking for excuse to not write. That's
Mhm.
so relatable. What will you? What do you want television? Why did that turn? Sorry, my television just turned on. What are you working on today, Marta?
I am doing some character brainstorming.
Ooh, for project site
Voice.
voice. I can never tell my senses apart. Because this is the third draft question mark.
This is the first draft of
Wait,
Project Voice. I'm on the third. Well, technically, I'm on draft 6 of Project Side.
walk me through the landscape of your catalog. Voice
Right.
site.
So I've got Project Side, which is a trilogy. There's book
Oh,
one,
project
which
site
was
is the
in.
entire trilogy.
Yes. Yeah,
Oh, I
Malin
always
told
think
me
of it
that
as
people were getting confused because Project Voice sounds like it should be the sequel to Project Side.
That's
It is
what I
not.
thought.
No, I just thought it was funny.
It is funny. Okay, so project site is a trilogy.
Yes. So the first book is in draft 6. The
Okay.
second book I finished draft 2. And the third
Okay.
book is in brainstorming phases. But I wanted a break, so we're doing Project Voice, which is separate.
And Project Sight is like the springy book with the lavenders and
No, no,
stuff.
that's Project Voice.
Oh, that's Project Voice. Well, it's a good time to work on it because spring is upon us.
Exactly. Yeah.
Um, so it's just Project Sight 1, 2, 3,
Yes.
I guess. Okay, because I've been thinking about Project Sight as the first book and then Project Voice as the second book, and that's on me for not asking. So what's Project Voice like? Does that relate to your trilogy at all?
No, no, that's it's entirely separate. I just thought the names being similar was funny. It is a completely different world, different characters, different genre.
Oh,
Project
different
Sight is
genre.
adult, and Project Voice is middle grade.
Okay.
Technically, they're both fantasy, so that's not genre, that's age group. But you know what I
Yeah,
mean.
I know what you mean. Category, is that what they call it? Okay, I'm learning a lot of things that I did not know. I love that. Okay, so you're working on Project Voice today, which is the middle grade, and you're
Yes.
doing character work. Do you have a main character? Like, do you have a plot and a story and all that ready?
I sort of. I have something from last time I tried to draft it and gave up. But I don't really like that outline anymore, so like we're kinda recycling
Oh,
some of it, but mostly starting again.
you're reinventing. Gotcha. So you have started this before, but you didn't finish a draft
Yes, I've never finished a draft of it. I have technically tried to draft it twice.
of Project Voice because you finished many drafts of other books.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, gotcha. Well, I love. What is it about? Do you want to give a little like a log line, like
Um,
boy
sure.
meets snake falls into a dragon hole? I don't know.
I mean, it's mostly vibes at the moment. I'm not really sure where
Love
I'm gonna take the
vibes.
plot, but it's just girls going to a witch school, and learning to be witches effectively,
Ooh.
and
You know what
eventually
is
going to do
severely
some
lacking?
conflict.
Books about witches going to schools in Spain.
Interesting. These witches happen to be going to school in Ireland, but
Well, I just, oh, where's your magic witch school? The Canary Islands? Gotcha. I think that hasn't been done before, and I think people should do it.
maybe.
And who else than,
How are you
the
doing?
woman?
How? What are you working on?
I am working on my cowboy book. Surprise, surprise. I'm a little bit ahead of schedule because I try to do one scene each week, and I've already finished the scene this week. So I started next week's scene yesterday. So I'm a couple of hundred words into that, which is sort of the climax of my fun and games. Sort of like this is where like everything like all the fun and games that they've been trying to get to at this point, like it's culminates in this moment. So I'm very excited for that. It's like, yeah, it's ooh, I'm trying not to say too much. It's fun. I have like 4 scenes left of the fun and games, and then I'm at a midpoint. And I think in terms of scene count, I'm at like 48% because I'm on scene like 17 out of 36 or something. And I think 36 divided by 2 is 18 question mark. Is that true? I don't know. So I'm
um,
almost like halfway through my scenes, which is exciting.
is one scene per week what you need to do to get to your editing deadline?
Oh no, it is absolutely not what I need to do. In order to meet my deadline, I have to do like, an act a week or something. Uh,
Right.
so just it's the pace I can go at with a full-time job. And, I wish I could go faster, but I can't. Well, I probably can't. I don't know. It's been a really comfortable pace so far. I've been writing every day and hitting my word count goal of 300 words for 15 out of 19 days so far. So 4 days I haven't met my word count goal, which is pretty decent because I wrote a whopping 92 words in March.
Yeah,
So,
that's definitely an improvement.
yeah. So just the consistency, the routine, doing the whole pre-writing ritual thing of transcribing from that book. Um, I don't know. I had a really good writing month. The goal is to get to 10,000 words this month. And if I follow the word count, because if I'm now halfway through, I'm at 33K. So logic deduce that the book will be around 66K. I'm saying 70K just as a little ballpark. Um, so I think the book will be around 70K. The first draft was 91K. So we've already cut down 20K by just reorganizing the outline. Well, actually just by making an outline because the first draft didn't have an outline.
Who
So
needs an
very
outline for
much
draft one, right?
I do because my first draft was not a waste of time because I did finish the book or like I did finish the manuscript, but it was just it's so much work with the second draft because I had no plans for the first draft. It was just vibes. So much like you, I just looked at my first draft and I was like, okay, this is not good. What can I do to reinvent it? So I've kept like small moments and like story arcs, but I had to completely redo the character movement and placements and scenes and like a lot of the world building. So it's first draft words and a second draft plot is what I told my editor. Um, so it's been a lot of fun. I think this is a lot tighter than my first draft so far. Obviously, the story is still not, perfect. It's just I feel like I have all the puzzle pieces, but some of them just don't fit yet. So it's just, yeah, I'm very excited for the third draft when I can actually sit down and puzzle all the outline and then fill in all the corners and stuff or whatever puzzlers do. So
Is the
that's the
third
vibe.
draft the one that you're gonna share with people?
No, may I think I'm going to share it with critique partners. And ideally, I would have shared it with beta readers too, because you're supposed to do self edits before you do the professional edit. But I don't have the time for that. So I don't think I don't know. I've asked Katie and Grape, and they both said yes. So I think I'm gonna hand it to them at the same time as I hand it to my editor. So that if I have questions like my editor told me this, what do you think about that? They like can say, oh, that's a good idea, or that's dumbest idea I ever had. So I'm going to send it to them at the same time as the editor, and then in the editing process, I will be needing beta readers. So that's when I'll employ beta readers, and I will make a public call to action, and DMing you basically because you've said you're interested. So I'm like, okay, Marta, top of the
Gabriella.
list. Yeah. She said to have like 3 beta readers ready, but I think I can probably get like 5 if I'm lucky. So yeah, that's the plan for today. Let's say hello to some
Exciting.
people. Keiko is here. Hello, hello. And Jaquez Quesada, JA, Jack. Yeah, hello and welcome. Still decompressing from work. Going to pretend that new coworkers are going to get fired next week. Maladaptive daydream. Other than that, I did a journey back to 2005. YouTube wrecked my favorite Paramore songs that I haven't listened to in easily over a decade. Ooh, predicted. I'm undecided if I should continue to read or work on the fanfic. I say work on the fanfic. Ooh, a witch's school. Okay, that is the comments. We are going to dive in and do our first sprint. We're going to do a 40-minute, a 30-minute, and a 20-minute sprint
Sounds good.
with some chats in between, and that will be roughly 2 hours, which I feel like is a good length. Let's see. Malin, where's your channel? Okay. Pulling up. Oh, actually, changed my mind. Psych. Let's do a classic timer. Hello, where are you? There you go. Oh no, actually, changed my mind again. Let's not. But we will do a classic Marty timer later. You just didn't have any 40-minute timers.
I do not.
So let's do a little. Stop it. There you go. Share. Okay. Let's do a little cocktail timer. Pop in to say hi, have to run errands, etc. So sadly can't join, but good luck with your words. Good luck with your errands, Wendy. Thank you so much for popping by and drive safely. Or drive recklessly. I don't know. I'm not your mom. Okay. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. 40-minute sprint commencing. Also, when we get back, if you want to share a line, I'd much appreciate it because I love to read people's lines. So let me know what you
I
worked on.
mean, I'll just be brainstorming, but we'll see.
We'll see. And that is the first sprint done. Marta, how did you do?
I did okay. I did a bit more brainstorming. I'm actually like struggling a bit, so I might use the next few sprints to do video editing instead. But we'll see.
Oh, what are you struggling with?
I'm just a bit stuck. Like I was looking through that character arc book that you read with Malin, and I got to the bit where like it's talking about the ghost and the whatever, and then it starts going through how to actually structure the story, and I don't think I want to do that just yet. Like I'm still doing the actual character brainstorming.
Okay.
Um, but I don't really know what to do after that. That isn't going through the plot. So
Well, what do
I
you feel
fell
you're
through.
missing for the character?
I don't know. Like I feel like with Project Psych, I sort of it was very trial and error. Like I wrote the draft so many times before I had something that I liked. So I don't really know how to make a character without just drafting something, throwing it away, and trying again. Um, like I feel like it's I don't know enough to write something good, but I don't really know what I'm missing. I just he doesn't feel
Well,
complete to me.
do you ever, like, do we ever know enough to write something good the first time around? Like, the
Probably
first
not.
draft is you telling yourself the story.
Hmm.
So, like, just get as much as you need to get started and then start.
Maybe. Yeah, he just doesn't feel real enough yet.
I mean, I don't know. None of my characters feel real on the first go, so.
Hmm.
But that's
I guess
sort of
that's
what
good to
the
hear
first
from an
draft.
outliner, because this is my first time really writing a story while trying to outline first. So,
Well, because I think a character sheet can only take you that far. Like, at the end of the day, it's just words on a page, like on like a Google Doc or a Notion document, or like if you handwrite in a journal. Like, if you say your character is tall with brown eyes, and her father died when she was a child, and therefore she does not trust unicorns. I don't know. Like, at the end of the day, you don't really know their story until you've written the story. So
thank
yeah.
you. That's useful.
Yeah, well, I mean, people work differently. I feel like
Hmm.
I didn't really know my character until and I basically don't yet. So I think I had an idea for a character when I started my draft, and that's enough. And then the character is sort of like created as I draft, because then
Hmm.
in those little moments where you're like, oh, this is actually how they would react, or like, oh, they don't like pizza, or like. Anyway, that's my 2 cents from an unpublished non-English native speaker.
I mean, I'm also an unpublished non-native English speaker, so I appreciate it.
So we're just a couple of non-published, non-native English speakers
Hmm.
talking about books, and I love that.
Me too. How did you get on?
I got really well, actually. I did my little transcribing for 15 minutes. Finally, at the end of the first chapter, and I've been doing this all month, so 19 days. It's taking me to transcribe chapter one, and it's looking like just a bunch of words. And then I started swapping. I don't know if you can see. Then I started alternating colors each day so that I can see, what day I wrote what.
Hmm.
So some in red and some in black.
Wow.
And then I wrote 270 words. No, 290 words actually. So I'm very close to my daily goal, which
Hmm.
is. And then I had an idea for something I wanted to add later. No, add earlier in the previous scene. So that's what I'm going to do. Go back and do next scene, which will probably take me over the daily word count.
Are
And
you
then
editing as you go then?
I'm not editing as I go per se, but I had an idea for something that I wanted to add, so I'm just going to add it without editing the other words around. I'm just going to
Hmm.
shove it in somewhere where it's like semi appropriate. I had because in my world there's like monsters and stuff, and in the first act I have a character talk about like, oh, the land has changed, it's getting corrupted, our crops are dying, and that sort of stuff. And I haven't really touched on that again. And then in the previous chapter, they were visiting a ranch, and like a bunch of cows got out, and there was a whole like commotion. And I
Hmm.
had the idea to be like, oh, okay, but what if the land changing also affects the cattle? So I had to, because yeah,
Ooh.
there's this poem, "The Two-Headed Calf." It's fairly famous. Have you heard it?
Mm.
Oh my God, prepare to cry, Marta. I'm going to read it
Oh
to
no.
you. Um, Chad, if you know, you know. Two and a half men, absolutely not. Two-headed calf. It's a poem called uh, "The Two-Headed Calf" by Laura Gilpin. The two-headed calf. Tomorrow, when the farm boys find this freak of nature, they will wrap his body in newspaper and carry him to the museum. But tonight he is alive and in the north field with his mother. It is a perfect summer evening, the moon rising over the orchard, the wind in the grass, and as he stares into the sky, there are twice as many stars as usual. And that's the entire poem. So I had the idea for like, okay, what if the land corrupts the cattle and they give birth to like a two-headed calf? Um,
I love that.
so I have this farmhand who's like, he was very active in the previous scene. So I was thinking, okay, what if he just has a throwaway line, be like, I worked as a cowboy for 30 years. I never seen a two-headed calf, and now we had one last year and one this year. So the land is changing, and kind of reinforcing that statement.
Hmm.
So I'm going to go back and add that. Yeah, oh, the two-headed calf, Lizzie. First time I read that, I was just like, oh my God, no, poor boy. Um,
Oh.
it is a beautiful poem, one of my favorites. Uh, so I'm gonna go back, and next sprint I'm gonna add that. So all in all, a very productive sprint, and then I ate. So very active. I had some pasta salad that I made earlier today. Let's see what our friends did. Marta says, I didn't say, but I need an actual desk for brainstorming. So we'll be in the other room with my camera off. We'll turn it back on if I switch tasks. So where are you now?
So this is the bedroom. I'm on like a standing desk, which is just a regular desk with a printer with a box on top. Which is okay if I'm like typing or watching something or like for streaming, but not if I want to write in my notebook.
Okay,
Um,
yeah.
so my work desk is in the living room, but my boyfriend's in there, so I don't want to stream in the same room as him.
Maybe he should get a YouTube. Didn't wait. No, never mind. Um, let's see. Bunch of Europeans here. I'd rather say, yeah, and that's a beautiful vibe. I tried writing, but I'm getting a headache because of sudden weather change. Oh, I'm sorry. Is it like a barometric pressure thing? Yesterday was hot and sunshine, and overnight and this morning it was all rain and a drop from 20 degrees to 10 degrees. Ooh, that is quite a drop. What is it here? It's 4 degrees here, but actually very warm. So I don't know if that's a Norwegian
Mm.
thing to be like, oh, 4 degrees Celsius. It's summer temperature.
Oh, Stig, where have you gone? Um, okay.
We're okay. Accidentally backspaced and left the studio. Might be.
Please don't leave me.
Martha's just like, uh,
I
um,
was just, I wasn't sure if I'd left or if you'd left. Like
yeah.
if it just completely crashed and kicked me out and like wasn't
Martha Home
working.
Alone.
Like,
No, I backspaced and left the studio, which was on me. I apologize. Let's see. We're joined by Lizzie. Yeah. Hello. Oh no, Martha Home Alone. Absolutely. Okay. Are we ready to dive into the second sprint of the evening,
hmm?
which is going to be a 30-minute sprint? People, let me know what you're working on, if you're working on something. And Marta, if you have a line to share when you get back, if you write, I'd love for you to share it. But if you don't write, that's also cool. But you were going to video edit. You said this. I knew this.
I
So,
don't know. I might see if I can come up with anything else to brainstorm, and if I can't, I'll edit.
okay. I'll looking forward to seeing the video. Let's see. We're going to do a 30-minute timer starting now. Here we go.
Okay, everyone. How did that go? Oh no, wait. There you go. How was that sprint for anybody else? Anyone else? Everyone else. There you go. I reached my daily word count and then some at 423 words for the day. I went back and added a little thingamabob that I talked about earlier with the two-headed calf, and I'm very pleased with how it turned out. So I thought I would just read the little excerpt. Sure, that's how you say that.
Sorry.
Oh, no worries. I figured you were busy with something. Uh,
Yeah, the tab that I had open on my other computer was no longer live, and I hadn't noticed.
ooh, scary. Well, I just went over what I did. Did my words, 423 of them, and
Ooh.
went back and added the little thingamajig that I talked about earlier with the two-headed calf. So I was going to read that uh, for a line. And I also found out some stuff about a little side character that I didn't know, and that is that he is a yapper.
Love
So
that.
I just wrote like a stream of consciousness and then like a page of thoughts, and then he's just like, "But what do I know? I'm just a cowboy." So I thought that was funny. Uh, but for the two-headed calf stuff, um, cursed cattle. Benjamin asked as they just doing some typing. Cursed cattle. Benjamin asked as they approached the lean-to stable against the adobe wall. The cows are giving birth to little freaks of nature, some with too many legs and some with two heads. Most of them are dead born, and the few that aren't only last a few hours before their bodies give up. They cry the most gut-wrenching cries you'll ever hear before they pass on to our good Lord's big pasture. Now, I'm not a skittish man, but there's something strange about the land, something unnatural. Mark my word. Never had problems like these before the upheaval. And I just,
Poor creatures. I love it. But poor
yeah.
creatures.
I mean, my book is just, I think it's like dark fantasy because it's just so gruesome at points. And I'm like, is this too much? But I'll let my editor deal with that. I am writing a horror story, so it does make sense that it is, horrific. But this is like the first time I'm like, wait, is this too much? There's descriptions of these dying calves. Like, I don't know. But it is what it is. What did you do, Marta?
I opened my brainstorming notebook. I stared at it for a few minutes, and then I did some video editing.
Okay. Is
I
this
will
a
say,
vlog? Comment?
it's the project journal video. I think I've talked to you
Ooh.
about that one
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
before.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Finally
love a
finished editing
love a
it.
project journal video. Wish I could be a project journal boilie, but I
I mean, this
can't.
is my first time actually making a project journal for a writing project, and so far, I am absolutely loving having one.
Ooh, can we get a little sneak peek on the journal? Do you have it with you?
It's in the other room. You can have a sneak peek after the next print.
It's a deal. Okay. Wallace does project journals. I'm just like, oh, they're so pretty and like seem so cool, but I changed too much to have a journal because I just use Notion and delete all the time and move things around and rephrase it and stuff. And
Yeah, I'm trying to use, like, I'm calling it a project journal. It's more like a place for me to brainstorm and like mind map and sort of take notes of things. But I'm still using Notion for the actual, okay, I've made a decision now, this is what it's gonna be, and then I put that in Notion. The journal's more
okay,
like for working stuff out.
I love that. I am very like I do love the physicality of writing by hand. So
And
maybe I could
also
do a
that way I
project
can do
journal.
it like outdoors, which is great.
Very aesthetic. Well, thank you for sharing. We'll see what people did in chat. Becca is here. Hello, Becca, and welcome. We have one sprint left, 20 minutes, so you're in time for that. And I don't think anybody else gave any updates, which leaves us to chit chat while we wait for the next sprint. And my
Lucky
question to
us.
you, lucky us, Marta, lucky us. My question to you is, um, What does the project journal do for you that just, writing in Notion wouldn't do?
Um, Not much, because at the minute, like the way I use Notion sometimes is I will do like a toggle line. I
Yeah?
will write down brain dump for so and so. I will scribble like a page of just trying to work things out. Then I'll hide away the toggle view, and then the next line I'll put the decision. So it hasn't changed my process that much. But
Okay.
I've only really been using the project journal for a couple of days. But I do just like it's nice to have it. Like it looks nice. I can like I don't have to write sequentially. I can add arrows and like go around the page a bit more. Um, and the main one is really just I can take it around with me and brainstorm outdoors without having to carry my laptop. So,
Which is nice.
mm.
Okay, maybe I should get into. No, I shouldn't. Nope, 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 nope,
Yes, do
nope.
it. Do
No, I have a
it.
commonplace, so I commonplace, and that's like the
Mm.
extent of journaling I do.
Ooh, I actually want to try some common placing in this journal as well, but like
Oh,
book related common placing, so like any research for this particular book.
love
So
that.
that would be a good compromise because I've been thinking about getting a common place, but I can't see myself using one. So,
Because I collect a bunch of things, so it's nice to have one place to have them. Like, I collect poems and I collect words, and like I have so much like of my friends' merch. Because people be putting out merch like these stickers that my non-writing friend gave me. She's an artiste. I'm like,
aw.
where do I put those? This Wimbledon ticket from Wimbledon this summer. Like, I want to save that. I have this card from Katie. I have the wall pass of the little hike I did. And just I have a bunch of little like trinkets essentially.
Mm.
And I was like, what do you do with all of it? And I guess you could make not a junk journal, it would be a treasure journal. So it is my attempt at doing a treasure journal, but then I'm like, I think it would be dangerous for me to get into like, all the washi tapes and the pens and the glitter and the glam. So I'm
But
like,
washi
okay,
tape is so good.
yeah, but then at some point you lose control and you end up becoming Jess, where you have carts of washi tape.
Yes.
And I know myself well enough to know that I will be buying washi tapes if I ever got into it.
I have a
Um,
little box under my desk with all my washi tape, and I'm not allowed to go above one box. So if I want to buy more, I have to finish the one in the box.
and like I have these stickers made by the
Ooh!
incredibly talented Magic and Pixel.
Never heard
Uh,
of it.
trying to show them beautiful stickers. I'm like, okay, need to put those somewhere. I have these that I got from Veronica when she did her book launch for Down the Well. I pre-ordered, so they sent me a bunch of stickers along with it. I have the world's tiniest bookmark from Wallace.
Aww.
So I'm like, okay, want to keep that forever. What more do I have? I have these playing cards, and I'm not sure what to do with them. I want to keep like at least the sisters, and then their partners or something, so I could do like a little spread with those. So I have like Octavia, Claudia, and I have like Juliet and Luca and stuff. So actual characters that are point of view characters. So I want to keep those somewhere. So that works in like a little commonplace treasure journal. And I want to get my own merch at some point. And people just be putting out merch left, right, and center. And I just want to keep it somewhere. So I was like, okay, I can do a commonplace treasure journal. That's like the vibe.
So are you doing? It sounds like you're doing common placing more as like collecting memories as opposed to collecting research. Is that right?
Yes. Yeah, commonplacing can be like whatever. I think that's the beauty of it. So like I like to collect stuff instead of just like having it in my notes app. It is nice to have a physical book where like I've written down the poems and the poet. I've written down all the words and their meaning and definition so that I learn them for my writing. What
I
more do I
love the idea
have?
of collecting poems. That sounds so good.
There's so many beautiful poems. I love a good poem. And I haven't really gotten into poetry until the last few years. So that's not that it. So it's been really nice to be in this like collecting poem journey, and then hello? Are they not here? Oh, there you go. So it's just poems, and also what more do I have here? My hiking journal. I like to do a hiking journal. So whenever I've done a hike, I will do a little like snippet. So my hiking journal I also keep here. I kept my diary from when I did the Hadrian Wall walk a couple of years ago. So that's always a hoot to like look back and see, oh, these were my thoughts in the present moment. What a treat. Okay, let's
Okay,
see.
now I really want the commonplace journal. God damn it.
And here, for example, I collected the Two-Headed Calf poem.
Aww.
So just handwriting it down. Here's this Boy Scout pledge. Another poem. What more do I have? Wild Geese by Mary Oliver. I've noted down. So it's really nice to have like a place for all the shit I collect, and not just notes dead in a note app. So yeah, that's why we're talking about this. I forget. Was there a question? No.
You asked me how my project journal is
your
different
project
from
journal.
Notion.
Yeah.
And then we went off topic.
As usual.
You said you didn't want to have a project journal because you already have a commonplace journal.
Yeah. And like some things I keep in my project journal, for example, this is my initial ranking of the Guts album by Olivia Rodrigo, like what songs I liked. And I also have one for Harry Styles' new album that I'm going to add, which were just notes on my app. And it's, it's fun to have them. It's just fun to have like a little cute book to collect your memories in. And that's what commonplacing is to me. I know a lot of people do essays and stuff in commonplacing, but I don't really do that. So I'm like, that wouldn't really work for me. These are all the first lines of novels that I collected and liked. So one day I'll have the first line of Project Sight.
Maybe.
What do I have? I have The Hobbit, Pride and Prejudice, Dark and Secret Magic, Backhand Compliments, True Grit. Some great first lines. What is the first line of Project Sight? Do you remember at the top of your head?
I don't actually remember it. I think it's the starting scene is the mine elevator sort of going down, and my main character has a fear of heights, so it's sort of like a little bit creepy.
One core memory. Okay, one core memory I have is you and me at the British Museum researching mine shafts. I don't even remember that, but that's the thing we did. Because there's a mine in my story too. So
love that for us.
I love that for us. So yeah, just a lot of junk, a lot of poems, a lot of first lines, a lot of basically my note app in physical form, I would say. So that's been nice. I also have, where did they go? Just showing off everything at this point. Hello, sir? Where did you go? Oh, here you are. I also drew like a little map over my city that I thought could be fun to like keep. It's
love that.
It's not very can't really tell a lot by it, but it's a sketch of a map because I needed to know, are they going south or north or west? And then just a little cutout of a military fort that they visit at some point. So just like little snippets. I have my main character that I sketched here.
Ooh, move closer. I want to see.
I don't know if it's. I don't think it's book accurate, but
I love him.
It is what it is. So like just little memories, little things that I want to keep. So yeah, that's what I use my commonplace for, and I would love to be an aesthetic commonplacer, but it's literally just words on page and a lot of messy scribblings.
Honestly, that's the best way to do it. Otherwise, you just stop using it. If you feel like you have to make it aesthetic.
But I love aesthetic though, like the washi tapes and the lines and the little drawings and doodles. I wish that was me, but alas, it is not. What's your project journal? Do you do like an aesthetic one or like
I did like aesthetic styling pages. So I've got like some setup pages at the start with a bunch of spreads that I'll be using as I do stuff. But then the main bulk of the journal, I'm trying really, really hard to not go overboard with the aesthetics, because I know if I put pressure on like making it look pretty, it won't be functional, and I won't brainstorm in it, and I won't want to use it. So we're
It's
keeping
game
it super
over.
simple.
I believe in you.
But I
Um,
spent a really long time on making the cover page and stuff like that look nice. So
yeah, as you can see, my title pages are literally just, oh, my cover pages rather. Did I have an example? That's not like, where's the, like the poetry one is just poems, and then I just list the poems I collected so far. So it is, yeah, it is fun. But yeah, again, I wish I was an aesthetic boily, but alas, I am not. Speaking of aesthetic, are you ready for the last sprint of the evening?
absolutely.
And are you ready for it to be this 20-minute dino timer?
Absolutely.
Also love my recommendations. Female
Yes.
Jim Parsons impersonator, Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders, and Penny meets Leonard's mother. Okay, let's just do full screen so we don't have to look at that. Becca says, I finished the bags and sent them out yesterday and just finished editing the making of video that I sprint. Well done, Becca. I know you felt like that was kind of hanging over your head like an axe, so I'm happy to see, or like a scythe, I guess. Happy to see you got it done. Well done. Applause. Okay, last sprint of the evening, 20 minutes on the clock, starting now.
Go.
The dinosaurs found each other. But did you find productivity? Or did you,
I
Marta?
haven't watched that in so long.
I mean, it is a little blast from the past. I like it. It's so cute. I love the storytelling.
No.
It seems appropriate since, you're here today. So it's like, Dino Timer, Marta.
Yeah, I did okay. I finished up the section of video editing I was on, and then I just prepped my bag for tomorrow and got my gym stuff and stuff.
I love that. Love that. I did some more written, and then I started looking at all the poems because I haven't commonplace in a while. So my photos is just full of screenshots of poems and words and stuff. So I was like, I should probably get to that. So I did transcribe one poem, is what I had time for.
Love that. Do we get to
Uh,
know which poem it was?
it is a poem called "Come as You Are" by Sam Brown. Do you want me to read it? Question mark.
Yes, please.
Okay. "Come as You Are" by Sam Brown. He's on Instagram. Incredible voice. His delivery is so much better than me. I'm not a what's it called? A debater when you do like public poetry reading and stuff. I'm not very good at reading poetry out loud. But I'll give it my best. It is a beautiful poem. Come as you are, dirty the white carpet of my happy home, with your dripping wounds, for the red really suits the room, and you have arrived as you. Come as you are wanted here. You are made up of energy. You are a natural heat. Just sit. You do not have to move. Just you being you warms up the room. Come as you are and bring your baggage with you. We have bellboys here and a cloakroom. So when you check in, just let me know what you're bringing and I'll check in on you. Come as you are, wear a scarf and a swim shorts for all I care. But if you're walking down a long dark road, please just know I'm at home, the kettle's boiling, I live halfway there. But come as you are, you might not leave as you were. And I just thought that was beautiful.
Oh, I love it.
So yeah, absolutely check out his Instagram. He does a bunch of poetry. They're so good. But this is the first one I heard, and this is the one that really stuck with me. So yeah, that's what I did. Let's see what our friends did. Oh, a lot of friends. Okay. Oh, hi, Crystal. Welcome. Of course, I missed the start of the stream. I was working on compiling feedback for book 2. Lol, I'm 8 chapters in. Very exciting. Can't wait to be at the stage where I'm compiling feedback. Loud and loud. May it be me one day. No, never mind. Lisa's
What?
here. Hi, Lol. I was just gonna ask, what's the feedback? Were they agreeing with each other and stuff like that? But Crystal is entitled to her own process. And I'm not going to ask her to spill the beans on her beta readers, even though I'm curious. Did I miss the whole stream? You sure did, Lisa. You sure did. But it's there on the internet, and you can always watch it back if you're so inclined. The Dino Timer is iconic. Truly is. And Becca wrote about 200 words. Exciting. And Crystal loves that poem. Yeah, it is a very good poem, and he does such a good reading of it on YouTube too, so definitely check that out. Okay, speaking about checking out, we're about to check out of here. Beautiful segue, if I might say so myself.
Very expertly done.
Thank you so much, Marta,
I can
for
tell this
being
is not
here.
your first stream.
No, I've been doing this for what? How many years? 6, 7? I can't even tell anymore. I'm doing it for 7 years, so doesn't mean I'm any good at it. But let's see. Poem was beautiful, and I caught the last 2 minutes of the Dino Timer, so worth it. Thank you. I'm very happy to have you here, Lisa. The feedback amuses me greatly. I have long comments, short comments, and so far there are patterns of Marta's comments only being on odd chapters. Lol.
This was not intentional.
Marta's is like, every even number chapter, great. Every odd number chapter, I have some thoughts.
I mean, there are POV changes, so do your odd chapters match up with any particular characters? There's something going on here.
Oh, that'd be interesting. Oh, just think of the beautiful graph you can make, the beautiful spreadsheet you can make of this. Okay, we are gonna pull the plug on this stream, and I'll be back at some point. Don't know Don't know when, don't know where, but we'll meet again some sunny day. Bye.